true facts about the land snail. The land snail is just like a tiny human who happens to look like a disembodied tongue and is covered in mucus and has a shell. The land snail breathes air just like the peoples do, and it eats with its mouth whole. Its bottom pair of tentacles are for smelling, while its top pair are for crude seeing. It is, however, born without ears, which makes hearing difficult, impossible. But in all other ways, they're exactly like a tiny human being, and their sound penis next to his face. And one thing, most land snails are hermaphrodites, meaning they have both front parts and back parts. This, however, does not mean that they can self-blink. When they mate, land snails circle around one another, thankful body friendships, or mucus. As they do this, they're looking for opportunities to invade each other with their love darts. I wish this was holds on to sperm from multiple partners before fertilizing its eggs. Makes paternity tests a bitch. The eggs are then laid into topsoil and soon baby snails emerge, thus completing the spiral of life. You see what I did there? Spiral. God, kill me. Next time you get anxious about sex or sexuality, remember that when you meet someone you find attractive, at least you don't have to worry about a dart.
Don't look.
parts of the world. Unfortunately, these snails have already colonized many areas, and pose a serious hazard to native organisms in target regions. Even though these snails pose a number of problems, they can still be consumed by humans. In some areas, Governments are debating promoting this usage of snails, since it may also encourage further growth by individuals that want to grow them for commercial purposes. Needless to say, if you see these snails in your garden, you can always do some research to find out how to cook them and save some money on your food bill. When it comes to eliminating these snails from your garden, it is important to realize they will eat just about anything. This includes animal bones as well as plant materials and beer. Unlike other snails, East African land snails will actually thrive on the yeast that remains in this particular beverage. That said, you can still spray them with wet coffee grinds, as well as use lemon and orange peels to get rid of them. Since snails also receive an electrical shock from copper, you can try spreading pennies around your garden, as well as make use of copper cages. If you live in an area where these snails are considered a threat to the local habitat, the government may already be employing a range of solutions. This includes salting the ground, as well as using a wide range of pesticide and weed killers. Since these snails harbor pathogens and pose other risks, you should still contact your local board of health if you see them. At the very least, you can find out if there is a program in place to manage them, as well as determine if you need to take additional steps to get rid of them. At the current time, East African land snails are considered